Hey, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show. Thanks for tuning in to the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM. If you're interested in sponsoring my show, you can send me an email to the MikeWagnerShow@gmail.com, or you could also donate to the podcast. Just go to the Donate Listen site, and you can also donate whatever you like. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. For those who are interested, Anchor can give you everything you need in one place for free, which you can use right from your phone or computer. We got creation tools, allows you to record and edit podcasts so it sounds great, and they'll distribute the podcast for you so it can be heard everywhere. Spotify, Apple, Google, many more. And you can make money from the podcast with no minimum listenership. So download the Anchor app for free or go to Anchor FM to get started.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all you need. Looking for a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition way. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support at sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, Deezer, Stitcher, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Also follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with a wonderful lady who was born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio, now living in Las Vegas, Nevada. She's got a book called Cowgirl Shaman, the 7 Easy Steps to Develop Your Intuitive Abilities. And she also is a psychic realm in a psychic medium, and also works with animals as well too. Works with horses, dogs, cats, and just about everything. She studied animal science, and also just covers a lot of things. We'll talk about the book and maybe some of the pets as well too. And of course, unfortunately, we're not taking calls about getting pets, and she can explain on some of the things how to connect with your pets. And this is very interesting because she's got 3 dogs. I've got a dog, and I'm sure everybody's got pets and they can work with. So live, ladies and gentlemen, from beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, the author of Cowgirl Shaman, and just looking forward to what they say, talking to animals, the Mrs. Dr. Doolittle, Terri Jay. Terri, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
It's great to be here, Mike. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, fantastic. Just looking forward to what you offer. You're the author of Cowgirl Shaman, the 7 Easy Steps to Develop Your Intuitive Ability, available on Amazon. You studied animal science, and you also work with horses as well too, dogs, cats, and you also explain that how you can also work with yourself as well too. And before we get to all that, tell us how you got first started.
Well, I moved to northern Nevada from Las Vegas in about 1986, so I'm up in Minden, Nevada now. And I started a horseback therapy program with disabled children. And I was working with a nonverbal child when I heard him actually speak to me. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't paying attention to it at the time, Mike. I just kept going on with what we were doing. And when we finished, I took him off the horse, put him in his wheelchair. He went back to class. And the gal that was helping me said, "Boy, he sure is talking great." And I said, "Well, he's very bright. Just because he has CP doesn't necessarily mean that he's mentally handicapped." And she said, "Terri, he didn't say a word. He can't, remember?" And I mean, if I was a horse, I would have done a buck, fart, snort, because they do all 3 of those things at the same time when they're spooked. And so I went in, and he actually confirmed it. They put a pointer on his head, and he typed out on his computer, "Horse lady can hear me." So that was shocking. That was really shocking.
That was interesting. And how'd you first get involved with horses?
Oh, I've just wanted horses my whole life, and I was very blessed to have generous parents that started us showing horses when I was a teenager. And I've just never turned back. I've always had them.
That's amazing too. And what was that one moment and influencing to working with horses and also communicating with horses? And what was that one moment that influenced you to say, hey, this is what I want to do, especially getting into animal science at Ohio State University?
Yeah, I just have always been intrigued with them and felt that that I wanted to make my living with horses. And I've been very fortunate that I have been able to do that. I did the horseback therapy program on and off for 35 years. And then I've been able to do the readings for the rest of the time.
Okay, before we continue, I want to bring on your special guest. I guess he wants to get his say in. So, bring on your special guest and we can say hi as well, too. And hopefully he's not horsing around. So I guess we can bring a special guest.
This is Jakey. Can you see him? There he is. Yeah.
Jakey. Hello, Jakey. Hi.
Jake.
Welcome to the Wagner Show. Hi. Good boy. Good girl. Hello.
He's an old cow dog. He's about 13 years old.
Wow, interesting. And what's he saying right now?
Oh, somebody has the nerve to walk down our street.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, you know something? I guess if they really want to know what's going on, they're welcome to come on in, and maybe we can give them a little bit of time and say, just head on out here. So that's all. All right. Oh, okay. So getting back to the part about horses as well, too, and I guess talking about how you sense a horse and everything. And what's the first thing you do when you approach a horse? Like, say you're trying to sense, like, what they're thinking, what they're doing, and everything else. And what are some of the common things that you sense, like, what they're feeling and saying and everything like that?
I think the most important thing to remember with horses is they're a fight or flight animal. So they're either going to run away from you, or they're going to try to fight you if they feel cornered or something. Mm-hmm. And with training horses and working with horses my whole life, you just get to where you make the right thing easy and the wrong thing difficult. Mm-hmm. And I have the advantage now because I actually do the horse communication, and I have a lot of professional horse people all over the world that call me when they have problems with their horses. So it's so fun to tune into them and hear what they have to say. Even when I go out to do chores in the morning or the afternoon with my horses, I'm still amazed at the stuff they tell me. They just give me a litany of what's been going on in their day, and it's hilarious.
That's amazing. What are some of the common problems that you have when it comes to horses, or what are some of the common questions? What is like the most difficult situation you've ever encountered when people ask about horses?
I think the biggest problem that horses have is having pain issues, and having pain issues that are undiagnosed. They're not designed to be ridden. They're not designed to carry weight. They're certainly not designed to ram and jam with us on their backs. So horses have to have regular chiropractic, and then they also have to have some sort of soft tissue therapy like AccuScope, or there's another one that uses the pipes, MagnaWave, acupuncture. So they need all of those things in order to stay comfortable, and of course saddles that fit.
And of course you also had some early experience as well too. You went to Ohio State and studied animal science, and around 16 you also you were showing horses on a Class A circus at junior rank, and just tell us about that.
It was just incredible. My dad's bookkeeper was an Arabian horse show trainer, and she said it costs just as much to feed a grade horse as it does to feed a registered horse. So you might as well get a registered horse. So it was really great because her and her husband took my sister and I just pretty much all over the Midwest so we could show horses. And we went up against the professionals. It was really, really an amazing experience.
It sounds amazing as well, too. And do you also work with race horses as well, too, like the ones that run at Kentucky Derby, Churchill Downs, or the Belmont?
Yeah, I actually worked at a place back in Ohio called Thistledown, and did exercising of the race horses. It was really fun. Very dangerous, incredibly dangerous, but a lot of fun.
It sounds like a lot of fun, too. We'll talk about your book as well, too. But first, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Looking for a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960 or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Also follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with horse trainer and horse psychic realm Terri Jay, author of Cowgirl Shaman, the 7 Easy Steps to Develop Your Intuitive Ability on the Mike Wagner Show. And you also had that book as well, too, which has been out recently. So tell us more about that book and what inspired you to write it.
Well, I've really been writing it off and on for years and years. I felt it was really important to disabuse a lot of the negative information that was out there about this work. I don't even like the word psychic, but it's shorter than saying animal communicator, animal medium, and veterinary intuitive. It's just sort of all encompassing. But psychic means none of the physical sciences. And I know without a doubt that my work is based in physics. Everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. And we're all just like big cell phone towers, so we can pick up energies if we learn to tune in to listen to those. So I really had fun writing the book, and I'm already well on my way on the next one. The next one will be working on communication with people who can't, like people that are in a coma, persistent vegetative state, with severe Alzheimer's or severe dementia. And it'll teach anyone, especially health professionals, how to communicate with someone who seems like they're not even in there.
That's amazing, too. And maybe you can talk about some of the steps as well, too, to develop your intuitive ability. And from what I understand, that you can do this by yourself instead of paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars to a healer who can do that on you, as well you can just do it on yourself.
Right. I love to teach people how to do energy healing for themselves. And I'll send emailing instructions to anyone who wants them. There's no charge for them at all. I'm happy to share them. And I think it's really important that people start doing energy healing for themselves, which again is totally based in physics. And instead of someone laying hands on, I have found that a lot of my clients that are suffering from physical illnesses have it because become disempowered at some point in their life. So if they rely on someone else to lay hands on, so to speak, to do healing work on them, it doesn't give them their power back. So it's much more empowering for them to be able to use those techniques that I share to learn to heal yourself. It's amazing what happens.
Mm-hmm. And what are some of the examples of healing as well, too? Like, say, if I were to try it on myself, what are some of the examples?
It just depends. If you have a physical problem and you want to, learn to heal yourself, you just need to learn to do grounding, and the rest is done with just visualization and intention. It's very simple. It's not easy, but it's simple.
Well, that's something I can just work on that as well, too. And of course, we're born with 10 senses, 5 physical and 5 spiritual or energetic. You can just tell us about some of the senses and the whole story behind them.
We're all born with intuition, clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience, and claircognizance. And clair just means clear. So clairvoyance means clear seeing. Clairaudience means clear hearing, think auditory. Claircognizance is a clear knowing. And clairsentience is, think of us as being a sentient being, that we have clear feeling. And so you can learn to use all of those senses that you were born with to pick up on information coming to you from all kinds of different places.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing as well, too. And of course, you can also do this like on horses, dogs, and cats. And of course, with the different animals, it's like, how do they communicate differently with horses, dogs, cats, and what other animals can you do this on?
I haven't found any limitation on the animals. I think the lowest life form, if so to speak, I don't mean to say that in a negative way, was a salamander.
Uh-huh.
Number 1 was cold. Number 2 wanted to know what he was. And number 3 wanted to have a companion of whatever he was. He didn't say, hey, I want to have a salamander partner. It was, he didn't even know what he was. So that was pretty interesting. But, I've done pretty much, elephants for people. That was really extraordinary. They're so incredibly brilliant. They really are. And they were very specific. Animals will communicate differently because they'll give you pulses of information, like a taste, a smell, a sound, a feeling. And you have to sort of put it together as a puzzle. So it's very different than communicating with a person, even a person that's unconscious or in a coma. You're still going to get words. You're still going to get words from them because of something that we know.
And is it true that elephants never forget?
Oh, I would have to say yes. I would have to absolutely say yes. They're so brilliant and so sensitive too.
And of course, you worked with elephants as well too. It's like what was like the most common that you get from elephants, and what was like the most difficult that you were able to solve?
I think with one of them, I was trying to relay to someone that the elephant had a toenail that was broken and infected. And just because I had brought it to their attention, they were offended that, we know what we're doing and we know how we're taking care of them and we've got this under control. And it was obvious they didn't. And then I did talk to another elephant that had severe arthritis, and they were wanting to know if the treatments that they were doing were helping, and they were. So that was really, really an amazing thing.
And is it true they're afraid of mice?
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Well, I was going to say, if you were to hold up a mouse to an elephant, what would the elephant say if it saw a mouse?
Probably, what is that? Do you eat it? And then if not that, then it would be just leave him alone, let him go on his way. Kind of
and of course, you also work with cats as well too. And are they different, like in terms of communication with dogs and other animals? Are they much simpler than expected, or are they a lot more complicated than people think?
Cats are really funny, but they own us where we own our dogs. But cats own us. And they really are very opinionated about things. Dogs, it seems like they just want to try to get along, but they also have their demands that they make on us. But cats, they're so demanding and bossy, and they I think they hold grudges more than dogs do.
Oh my gosh! And they say, "I still have 9 lives. Don't try it."
Exactly.
And what are some of the most complicated encounters you had with a cat, and how did you solve them?
Finding lost cats. I unfortunately do a lot of that. And finding where they are, what are the smells, what are the sounds, are they eating, is someone taking care of them? Those are the kinds of things that I get when I'm trying to find a lost cat. And I'm always surprised when people find them. I really am. When you say, I'm seeing lumber, I'm smelling fresh cut lumber, I hear a creek running in the background, and I'm also picking up on lots of chickens, not commercial, but not technically backyard. This is a lot of chickens, and you get that kind of information. And then the people will call you or email you and tell you, oh my goodness, you cannot believe where we found our cat. And all of those things were there.
That is really interesting, and we'll talk about what's coming up in 2020 and a little more about your book and your upcoming works. But first, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Looking for a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition way. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Also follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with author Terri Jay of Cowgirl Shaman here on the Mike Wagner Show. And, just a couple of things that kind of struck me. It's like, how'd you come up with the name Cowgirl Shaman and the whole genesis behind it?
Well, I've been a horse person my whole life. And since I live out in Nevada, in northern Nevada, Cowgirl is a moniker that kind of sticks. And I like the anomaly between being a cowgirl, which you picture somebody being very down to earth and working the land and working with animals, versus a shaman. And a shaman is basically a healer. A shaman can also be considered a go-between between the realms too. So it's like one is down to earth and the other's kind of airy fairy. So I like that anomaly.
Mm-hmm. And of course, once again, you also learn how to pick up the vibrations and frequencies that are everywhere in the universe. And what are the type of vibrations and frequencies that you encounter and what people can know about, especially in animals like horses?
It's pretty amazing. There's really no limits to any of this. And we just have to learn to listen in a different way. And I think we're used to human conversations, which means I talk, I wait, you talk. That's how we have conversations. And with animals, just about the time you're having a thought, they'll be sending you the answer or their comment over the top of your thought. It's all done telepathically. So that's, I think, why a lot of people miss it, because they don't trust it because it comes in so quickly.
Mm-hmm. And of course, I could probably picture right now, it's just like, when are you going to feed me, when are you going to take me for a walk, when are you going to change my litter and everything else, or maybe what are some of the subtle signs and stuff, like, your barks, meows, or anything like that, or what are some of the very, very subtle signs that you look out for?
Well, I think because I have all elderly dogs right now, I've got 2 13-year-olds and a 15-year-old. I'm really concerned with their well-being, because they're considered very senior citizens at this point. So I'm looking at mobility. I'm looking at how deaf they are. I'm looking at, do they have vision limitations? Those are the kinds of things that I'm looking at with my current animals, because they're elderly. And I just watch them very closely and tune into them, and I can tell, okay, today we need a pain pill. We didn't yesterday, but today we need a pain pill because maybe they've overdone it a little bit. And that information becomes extremely helpful, especially when you're dealing with, older animals or even animals that are just going through a tough time.
Mm-hmm. That's fantastic as well, too. And of course, the book, Cowgirl Shaman, 7 Easy Steps to Developing Your Intuitive Ability, available on Amazon. And you're also working on your second book, and tell us a little bit about that and when's it coming out?
Well, I don't know when I'll get it done. Everything being shut down has actually helped me, because I can't go run around and run errands like I used to. So I've really been able to put a lot of time, effort, and energy into it, and I'm very excited about it. I think it'll be a groundbreaking book, especially for the healthcare industry, for when you have people that cannot communicate, and people like in a persistent vegetative state, or people who have locked-in syndrome. People that have severe Alzheimer's, severe autism, where they're totally nonverbal and don't communicate that way. I think it'll be a boon for people to understand, yeah, somebody's still in there. They're still aware. They have an awareness. Some of this has even been proved by doing scans on people who were in a persistent vegetative state, and they actually showed brain activity when they were being talked to or asked questions. So some of it's been proven. It's very fascinating and very helpful.
It sounds fascinating as well, too. And of course, when do we expect the book, and where would you be selling your book at?
I think I'll probably do the same thing. It's working out really well. I'll probably just self-publish it on Amazon. It just seems to work really well, and there's no lag time. It's like as soon as I can get it done and get it uploaded, then it's available to people. And I really like doing that.
That sounds great. We're looking forward to it as well, too. And a couple more things with Terri Jay. Who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
I was very blessed to have 2 energy healers help me early on. And they helped me to get out of my own way, get rid of my ego. They helped me heal some of my childhood stuff. And they just really encouraged me that there were no limitations on these abilities. I was doing readings in a store very early on in my career, and one of the gals said, "Are you clairvoyant, clairsentient, or clairaudient?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "You can't be all of it." And I said, "Well, I didn't get the memo." The memo that you can't be all of it. And of course, now we've added in 2 more.
Oh my goodness, that's something. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
That if you feel like you're picking up on things, trust it. Learn to ground yourself, open your crown chakra. And the biggest problem that I see in this industry itself is that you have people that do this work that do not have discernment. Discernment, you have to be able to tell the difference between positive and negative energy. So if you've been communicating with a deceased person and all you're getting is negative information, you're not communicating with the spirit of the deceased. You are communicating with the negative energy garbage that they shed off when they died. It looks like, feels like, and sounds like the deceased. It's not them, it's their garbage. So somebody that's doing that is dumpster diving, really. So when you're communicating with somebody on the other side, it's everything positive. It's only positive information. And that's one of the big things I end up helping people to get the right perspective on, because they've talked to somebody else and said, oh, they're stuck, they haven't crossed over, and I need to help them get to the other side. And I've spent thousands trying to get this person to the other side. And it's like, that's never necessary, never. The biggest scams out there in this field. And I really want to teach people about that and how it's just BS.
And first of all, don't pay the ferryman.
Right.
And of course, I was just thought it came to mind as well, too, that, humans can be psychics. Now, is it possible for a horse or a dog or a cat or any animal to be a psychic toward a human?
Well, I don't like the word psychic. Like I said, I like the word intuitive.
Okay.
Because this is based in physics. And I think all of our animals are telepathic for sure, at the minimum. And I think they're all very, very intuitive. If my dogs don't like somebody, I won't have anything to do with them. Really, I've seen my horses react very badly to certain individuals. That's the last time they come over. So they're very obvious when they say that's a bad man or that's a bad person. I trust it. I really trust it.
And I think that's very important as well, too. Once again, Terri Jay, author of Cowgirl Shaman, the 7 Easy Steps to Develop Your Intuitive Ability. You can find it on Amazon. And thanks for being on the Mike Wagner Show. And before we go here, once again, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact you? And where can people purchase your books? And where can people get information about what you offered earlier?
The best place to get a hold of me is through my website, which is www.terrijay.com. It's TERRIJAY.com. My book and ebook is available on Amazon. Any new books will obviously be there too. And I'm also on Facebook. Feel free to friend me on Facebook. I post stuff every day. A lot of the times it's really good information. A lot of times it's silly stuff. You can also go on my website and sign up for my newsletter. And that sort of gives you an up-to-date schedule about what I'm going to be doing. And I'm very excited that we're going to actually start doing a YouTube television show.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to do live readings. I'm so excited. We're doing that really soon. And that'll give a lot of people an opportunity to have a reading that haven't had one before. So it's really, really exciting.
That'd be great, too. And do you also do readings, by computer or teleconference or internet, or like we're doing right now? Do you guys also do that?
Yes, almost all my work is by phone. It's all over the world. And if someone wants to have it through Skype or some other video way with Zoom or something like that, I'm happy to do that. I'm absolutely happy to do that. And it's really funny. People think I need to see their animals in order to do the readings on them, and I don't. I actually get more because I'm not distracted by anything visually. So it works out really well, but it's fun to see my clients too.
Sounds great. We'll send a zoo load of animals over too, and send them over to Dr. Doolittle. So Terri Jay, once again, big thank you for your time. You've been fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. And I have to say this is, just love your pets.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for listening to the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.